Hey, Trenton, Gary McDaniel, Clemson Sports News. Tell us a little bit about your role that you're playing now on the defense. Now you got a year under your belt. Coach Swinney had mentioned that you're starting to branch out and kind of be expanded more as far as your skill set goes and to match your abilities on the defense. So tell us kind of what is your role on that defense as of today?
As of today and this spring, just trying to make sure I get that Sam position all the way down, and then now working on Mike and Will and learning all three positions so I can be as versatile as possible. Whenever I come out of Sam, I can rotate to Mike or Will and just be able to play at a high level. And that's what Coach V is trying to get me prepared for, to be ready on September 4th for all three positions.
Hey, Trenton, this is Will Vanderwerf from the Clemson Insider. How often are you working, or reps-wise, are you working at those other positions?
It's a good balance. So maybe 3 reps at Sam, 2 reps at Mike or Will. Great balance. More Sam, but also getting Mike and Will after every rep.
Hey, Trenton, this is Anna with Clemson 24/7. Who else is working with you at Sam right now?
We got Malcolm Green and Tyler.
Hey, Trenton, it's Josh from Charleston. What's the biggest thing you learned last season?
Just being able to take coaching, and be able to go out there and execute and play as hard as I can on every rep, because you don't know when it's your last rep of the season. So, playing hard and just getting a feel to get my first season out the way was very good for me. So I learned a lot from last year. Yeah.
Hey, Trenton, it's Gary from Clemson Sports News again. Can you expand upon that learning a little bit? Because I know when you came out of high school, I think you were basically a running back that had played just a little bit of linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. So it was pretty much a whole new animal for you, right? That whole
yes, sir. Curve.
So what's it like to learn how to play linebacker under Coach V, and at the same time play at a Power 5 school that's going out there and playing for college football playoff spots?
It was great. Coach V is the best I've ever been around. Best coach I've ever learned from, because he tells you what to do, and if you just play hard and physical, I mean, that's something that's just football nature, running back or linebacker. If you're playing hard as you can and you're willing to hit somebody and you have an idea what you're doing and just listen to what Coach V tell you, I think that's why everything worked out for me so well, because I just played hard and I just took every day in the meeting room serious and just tried to bring it over to the field with my best ability.
Hey, Trenton, it's David Hood with TigerNet. A couple of times that we've been out there, it seems like there is almost a different intensity at practices. This team got a little bit of a chip on its shoulder, this defense, after what happened in the Fiesta Bowl?
Oh, yes, sir. We're reminded constantly of how the last outcome was, and we won't forget about it. So every day we're starting practice off tougher, trying to set a mindset for the rest of the spring and all the way up until September 4th, to be ready and to be more physically ready, in the trenches from D-line, linebacker to the back seven, just everywhere, everybody being ready to hit somebody and strike and win and be on their side of the line of scrimmage every play.
You said you're reminded of it every day. Is that coaches reminding you of it? Fans, social media, each other? Who talks about it?
It's within the locker room. I mean, it's with especially our linebacker core. Skowski won't let it go by. He's going to remind us that every day we got punched the last game. So we got to come out and prepare every day at that practice that it's game rep versus whoever to be ready to play as hard as you can.
Is physicality and playing physical, is that a mindset that you have to get yourself into?
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. That starts in practice. Like Coach Swinney said, if you don't practice physical, you can't expect to play physical. So every day coming to practice and playing as physical as you can will translate to the game.
Hey, Trenton, it's Anna again. I think last fall you told us you were around 225, 230, but you could potentially see yourself maybe getting up to 245 in a few years and maybe playing a little bit more rush in. And where are you right now? And is that something that maybe could still be a part of your trajectory at Clemson?
I'm at 233. Coach V wants me at 235. So right now I'm just going to try to focus on this season and what I got to take care of this year. So getting to 235, but nothing extra than 235 for me right now. That's my goal, 235 by first game.
Speaking of transitioning, it looks like Kevin Swint maybe has moved up to defensive end. Is that something that, he's told you guys he's embracing?
Oh, yeah, that's my bro. I talked to him a lot, and he said it's more natural for him. He's getting to fly around and have fun. And definitely me seeing him at practice, he's making a lot of plays in the backfield because he's got speed. You know, he's very physical. So I think he's definitely liking it. And to me, when we talk, he's enjoying it.
Anything else for Trenton?
Trenton,
Trenton, this is
Tiger
go
Illustrated.
ahead, Larry.
You mentioned the Sugar Bowl. How much of an eye opener was that for the entire defense? Just the sort of the physicality, I guess, that you mentioned you guys need to close the gap on.
It was definitely a wake up call. You know, it's something that's I definitely feel that next season it's going to be a whole different mindset, and we're going to be the team on the other side of the line of scrimmage every play. I'm just by the way we're practicing and the mindset we're having in the meeting room, in the weight room, because it all starts in the weight room. And I definitely feel like everybody's working harder, a lot harder, and pushing themselves to get more reps and everything to make sure that won't happen again.
Trenton, what's your lasting memory from that game? Like when you think about it, what kind of images pop into your head?
Just a bad feeling of just walking off the field knowing that we didn't win it all, you know. And it was a lot of seniors on that team that I'm definitely sure they wanted to leave with a ring. So, you know, definitely feel like I let some people down, and I know that's how everybody feels. So I think we'll get it together next season for sure, and don't want to leave with that feeling.
What do you guys do in practice? I mean, obviously you can't go out and just lay people out and hit as hard as you can, but how do you practice being physical?
Really being physical, I mean, it means a lot to be physical, but you got to be physical with technique. So right now, everybody, we're definitely focused on being physical with technique, you know, because we're a pretty big team, but if you can take that physicalness and have great technique, you'll be able to dominate big teams. So, I mean, in Andy, making sure you're striking, making sure we're practicing on just the fundamentals, tackling harder, making sure what physical tackle comes with just great technique, thudding up and wrapping and running through. So things like that, the small fundamentals will translate, and definitely our mindset will be the reason why we'll be more physical next year.
Hey, Trenton, one of your responsibilities there playing that linebacker role out there is covering that slot receiver role. What's it like to line up against Justin Ross one-on-one right now and try to cover him in the slot?
It's definitely great work, you know, great to practice against a great guy who's achieved high success at this level, you know, and it's just great to compete against somebody who's really, really good and done it in the biggest stages. So, I mean, it's great work for me, and also all the other Sims doing it.
Trenton, what was your reaction to Mike Jones transferring, and did that change your mindset at all?
No, sir. That's my big bro. I wish him the best. You know, we had a great relationship, and we still have a great relationship. You know, it wasn't nothing big to me. You know, it's just what best fitted for him, and we just all wished him good luck, and I'm glad that he's landed somewhere that's comfortable and ready to compete where he's at.
We'll take one or two more for Trenton.